Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gary. Welcome to everyone to my training class. So hello. Hello. So today's our class basically is about asset allocations in this current market. So you all will have a better understanding about how I'm going to do my allocations during what kind of market sentiments. I will do some market adjustment or portfolio rebalance towards my investor. So let me introduce myself. So I'm Gary. So I have joined Public Mutual since 2008 March. So at the initials, basically I have did nothing from Public Mutual, and you can see in 2012 I become an agency supervisor, and since 2013, so I already become full time and become the NSC qualifiers until now. And since 2014, so I am the million ringgit producer. So in 2016, so I'm the second runner up for AS category. And thanks God, in 2017, I successfully promoted to become an agency manager until today. Okay. So this is my personal background. So let us have some ice breaking towards today's audience. How about we start from here?
Yeah. Okay. My name is Sue. I'm from Public Mutual as agency manager. So the reason I'm here is to learn something from Gary and a second student.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so hi, my name is Wafa. I'm also a unit class agent. Today I'm here to learn about asset allocation presented by you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Zen. My background is engineering and from project management.
So what do you expect from this?
Maybe I learn about how to do the asset allocation for my own investment.
Okay.
So I'm under sales and marketing. So slightly like Samsung for this retail, then need to know how about the allocation
Okay,
for
sure.
the asset.
Thank you. So just for your information, so today's our topics basically I will divide into 4 sections. So first, absolutely to let all our students or participants over here to have an understanding what is asset allocation. So next we'll come to what is the key factors and influence us to do the asset allocations. Okay, example like is it because due to the Russia and Ukraine, so is it we need to do asset allocations or what? So this kind of things later I will share some of the key factors. Then third, once we know all the key factors why we want to do all the asset allocations, so absolutely we need to understand about what means of so-called weatherproof on the portfolio, which can be so-called the weatherproof means when market is uncertainty. Is it means like 2008 markets is not good, right? Easily markets already dropped until 50%. So how is it there is a way by using unit trust to make sure our losses is not bad as 08, which is 50%. They have got a way, yes. So this is some of the things later I will show you. And at last, I will show you some of my case studies about my using public mutual funds. Is it there is a way to do, okay, instead of we are just all one lump sum in one fund. So I'll show you. So absolutely at last, so have some Q&A section. Okay. Yeah. Before I start, how about I just get some of the questions from maybe your face from your clients or which has question in your mind. No matter if it's markets or asset allocation, it's okay. Yeah, because everything basically market update side will be touched a little bit, and asset allocation I also will touch a little bit. So yeah, maybe we come for a few questions. So at the end, so at least we can try to answer. Maybe through my presentations, I will answer you. Who knows? Maybe Kak Su apa? Any question on your mind? Okay. Then, or
my question to you is my problem So when should we do the asset allocation? Means how frequent we going to do?
when should we do that?
How frequent? So like when I say I do one time a day, then when I have to do again?
Asset allocation
Yes.
Okay. So how frequent okay, maybe do is how frequent we need to
Is it have a timing for do asset allocation?
when is the best time
When is the best time?
Do portfolio rebalance or
Mm.
rebalance Okay, any question? So far that's all lah. Okay, good. So let me go through all the classes first. So at the end, let us see, can I answer this? Okay, so if no, at the end of the day, I just answer lah. Good. Okay, come. So let us start with the understand the asset allocation. What means asset allocation? So basically is I keep it as a layman is don't put all our basket into don't put all our eggs into one basket lah. Why? Andy, why?
Scared falling, your asset falling too much.
Yes. So all our asset will be very difficult to regain back our profit lah. Example, let's say we put all 10 eggs in one basket. Maybe we accidentally jatuh. So 10 eggs, maybe we will break 8 eggs. So left 2 eggs. We want to go back to 10 eggs. It really takes a lot of time. Okay. But if let's say we got do some asset allocations, so at least the first thing is we can is the process of diversify and reduce our risk. Okay. So this is one of the good things about doing the asset allocations to protect our hard-earned money as well. Okay. Then the definitions and the core principles for the asset allocation, basically first is absolutely is diversified. What means of diversified? At least we can diversify into money markets, we can diversify into commodity, to property, bond, and as well as towards the equity markets. So absolutely our risk is not so concentrated. Even though like in equity, so maybe we also can diversify either locals in Asia or towards the global. Right? So this kind of things really can help us to reduce the risk quite significantly. So second things also we need to understand our individual investors' portfolio. Let's say some of our investors, they are the investor who is really conservative, right? What they want is maybe 1 year's 4 or 5% is more than enough for them because they don't want to take the risk. So in this kind of scenario, is it means of we put the high percentage into the equity markets? Absolutely, the answer is no, right? So when earn more than 10%, yes, they will be very happy. But what will happen if let's say you go for until very high risk? So during the market's uncertain and drop down, so this investor can't take it. So it will be cause some disturbance or they will sell at the loss. So at that time, do you think our name or our reputations will be get impacted as well, right? Because of we do not know how to do the risk tolerance and understand our investors' risk assessment. Okay, so this kind of things normally I will do with them. So the third things for my asset allocations, basically I will do some rebalance portfolios. So far I already in public mutual for 16 years and seriously do the unit trust or public mutuals basically is from 2013, and since 2018 onwards, okay, I only really know what means portfolio rebalance, what means risk assessment. Okay, so during that time until now, I already tried to do 2 times only, 2 times of portfolio rebalance. Why? Because from time to time we need to understand about how the current markets moving. I quote one very good example. Like last time, all my investors I purely focus in locals only. Why? Because Indica is very good, right? BSET very good, right? But I got a lot of investors since 2012 follow me, invest until 2018 or 9. My concentration on locals, which is Indica, BSET, regular saving, public Islamic, my favorite. So all screw up. Why? It's not because our public mutual is not working very well. It's because of the whole market. Not whole market. It's because of about the Malaysia political reason and cause all the investors not really coming in. So yes, we can still continue put in Malaysia, but we can wait. Doesn't mean our investor can wait. So during that times, I only get to know that when we know Malaysia or locals politicals is not that stable, what's the point we still put all our eggs into locals? So during that times, I only start to learn about the third rebalance, portfolio rebalance for my investor. Okay, I only start to move to Asia and move to global. Okay, so at the same time, the third thing is the differences, the asset class in the different risks. So this kind of things I also will do for my investor. Especially this kind of risk assessment I will do for them on the first time I meet this investor. Why? Because first, I more prefer to scare my investor first. Why I say I prefer to scare them first? Because I need to let them to understand what means risk. Do you able to take the so-called losses when the market is uncertain? I like to show them about our one of our fund, the public regular saving fund. Okay, there is one of the investor. Okay, this is real case in 1997. Is it 1997 market is all-time high? 1997 is all-time high, right? So this investor invest 20,000. So this investor really breakthrough. I mean, so-called breakthrough means he start earning money. It's since 2003 onwards, baru really start earning money. So do you know how long the duration? It takes 6 years. So how many investors able to wait for you for 6 years because of market is uncertain? Honestly, not much, right? So, but for me, if let's say in the first place, I already told my investor, I already show him or her about the truth, why investment need a long durations. So at least they know it will be more easier for them to feel, oh yeah, unit trust, it really takes a long time. So they only okay. So this is so-called the first risk I already told them. So once the risk I already told them, so next I only will go for the duration they go. So let's say they can accept for 10 years or for their retirement. Because normally, once I talk about the risk, so they accept the risk. So next I will go for the goal. What it means by goal. So normally the goal which I like to set for them is retirement. Why? Because I like to say one thing towards my investor is today, how you manage to sustain your monthly expenses. Today, how you manage to sustain your monthly expenses? Why? Because you still can actively working, am I right? So absolutely, you can sustain your monthly expenses because you got active income to support your monthly expenses. But what if it happen if let's say you're already age of 55, assume you no more active income. My so-called active income means you don't have a 9 to 5 job anymore. So when you find this kind of income to sustain your monthly expenses, because impossible, age of 55, you do not need spend money, am I right? It's not reality. So you still need to spend money. So this is the retirement goal I will set for them. So next, I will try to ask about how much their expenses. From the expenses, I will be drill down how much you need when you retire. Okay, from there I calculate. So they will get the figures. From there, so they will feel, oh, at least I got a goal. Okay, once I got the goal, so it will be easier for every time I follow up with them. I said, come on, Mister. You see, when from the first time we meet until today, you see your investment growth is healthily growing. Yeah. So no doubt sometimes market is no good, it will drop a little bit. But like now market is good, you see, it is exceed expectation, right? So at least they will feel okay. Because why? Because when you go to visit and see them, so they will see, oh, at least my goal is over here. Now my progress from here, jump until here already. So at least I see something. It's not every time I come here, chop, chop. So they feel like more on support you as a consultant rather than my goal or my purpose of investment. So that's why this kind of things normally I will let them to know first. So once I talk how it is, so the fifth is I have to go for the asset allocation to plan. Okay, so once I know, let's say they can really go for long term, okay, retirement. Normally my investor is around my age, is around 30 something or 20 40 something. So easily they still got 10 to 20 years of duration investment. So for this kind of long term investor, right? Majority of them, their risk percentage is more higher in equity, but it still depends on my investor. Especially my big, I should call it as a mutual goal elite. So my percentage into money markets bond actually is quite high. And I'm quite surprised one thing is those investors who I have done money market, bond, and mixed asset, surprisingly, their return much more better than those I have so-called 100% into equity. My so-called 100% equity means I don't have mixed asset. Their performance is much more better. You don't ask me why. Okay? Okay, next. Risk management in diversified. So what I want to say about the risk management is basically I control my investor risk. Basically is as what I said just now. Absolutely is diversification only. Why? Because as what I say, all our eggs into one basket, so it drop, sure gone case one. So absolutely, when we sit down with them, from time to time, we need to identify the risk. Like my investor, all this one from I talk about one of my biggest investor and also quite long investor. He already invested with me in 2011 until now it's already 13 years. So is it all the times this mutual elite don't have risk. Impossible, right? Because why? Since 2011, all my investors, basically I just focus on local. So in local, what risk is happening from 2011 until 2022 lah, these 10 years. Because I focus on local, right? So my risk is local fund or Korea. So during that time, 2018, 2019, so I start do some switching and portfolio rebalance. Because I already identified the risk, so I keep on searching and keep on being more regular with them, like I say. Why? Because for me, all the monies which invest under me into public mutual, they invest is because trust me. It's not public mutual. I don't say public mutual is not a brand. Yes, public mutual absolutely, the brand is very trusted. But they invest in public mutual is because through us, they need to trust us only invest in public mutual. So that's why I have the responsibility to review with them. No matter I'm doing the correct into the correct fund or I'm doing the wrong things, it's fine. The most important thing is we need to from time to time to identify and to discuss with them. Is it our fund need to be lower down some percentage in equity or need to increase some percentage in equity? I will do that. Sometimes increase, sometimes reduce, sometimes increase, sometimes reduce. Yeah, but I'm not do until the extent of every 1 year or a few months. No, I won't do that. Easily 4 or 5 years or even 3 years. But my last round doing, I think is back to 2020. Until now, maybe I think by next year, I really will be focused. Okay, later I will talk in this more. Okay, so after that you will see I will be setting all the risk tolerance. As you can see all the risk tolerance, and after that I will implement the risk mitigation plan. So this is the things as what just now I told you. All the things I will be doing with them. So at the same time, like every quarters or every half years, I will be sit down with them to review. So if I say when I feel it's no good, so I will not really directly do lah. Like I put one example. Recently, I just do some adjustment. It's my China assets. I agree I already do it wrong, but why I insist I move out? Honestly, my China assets, my investor into this fund is more than 400K. Honestly, for me, it's quite big also because they trust me. So why one of the reasons I clearly to move is because I believe Donald Trump coming in, so it will make China. I don't mean China is no good. China in future is still very good, but the thing is, my investor don't have the time to wait for me. So instead of I know I don't have time to waste, so I more prefer them to switch to other funds or temporary park on first. Yes. But some of my investors they were willing to go to much more higher risk like lifestyle. So recently the market keep on shooting up, right? They earn much more faster. Okay. So at least sometimes, as what I say, monitoring and adjustment from time to time need to be done. But these kind of things I very seldom do lah. Okay. Next. Okay. So come back to the basics. Why we need to do asset allocations? Okay, it's very simple. We can get out of return what, right? Because if let's say we don't want to help our investor to enhance their returns, then what's the point, right? Second is absolutely to mitigate the risk. Like just now I said, the China assets, brother, I think I discussed quite a lot with you about the China. So when I don't see in so-called the short-term means of 2 to 3 years time, so I prefer to let it rest first and go for others to at least gain back some confidence. Then absolutely the third is to align with their goals. Sometimes I know I will lag behind, okay, but I try to reshuffle again their portfolio to gain back. So this is the asset allocations methods normally I'm doing so. Okay. So now, next is absolutely I want to do a case study for you all. Okay, because a lot of people actually is worried about market fluctuation. But if let's say they don't invest, what will happen? If let's say they invest, what will happen? So normally, these kind of things I also like to show towards my investor because I got faced a few investors. Normally, this kind of investor is referral, okay? Because they due to what should I say? It's from referral, right? So sometimes because friend ở bên bạn kia, so dia tak mau keluar also no good one. So they are chính entertain lah. So I will be give them to do some market fluctuation things. Why? Because at least to let them know about you don't invest, it will be worse than you invest. Okay. No matter market is good or even bad or even worse, I also will show you. Okay. So that's why today's over here I will put 5%. Okay. So this 5% in your investment style call is difference. Okay. And techniques. Okay. Come. So first, this guy their account receive year-end bonus, but not sure to invest now or later lah. So because all the markets current is all-time high, right? So imagine you face this kind of people, market sometimes up, sometimes down, right? So what is the good rules to follow? So the cost of waiting, okay? So a lot of people always got this kind of questions or concern on their mindset, right? Okay. So now I show you about 5% for the 20 years since 1987 until 2006. So I like you all to have a look on this 5%. Okay. So first person is called Peter Perfect. What it means by Peter Perfect? That means he invests 2,000 into markets every year at the monthly low point. So pandai dia. Pandai kan, because every month punya paling low punya point memang bagi dia masuk. So dia memang can gain the most lah. Alright. So second, okay, this guy is called Ashley Action. That means he's very simple need. By he is consistently invest 2,000 into market earliest as possible lah, every month, every year lah. Okay. So the Matthew is another difference because action is every year invest one time. Okay. Dia tak naik market lah. Second is Matthew monthly. Matthew monthly bermaksud dia juga 2,000 tapi dia divide into 12 months to invest lah. So Ashley and Matthew, both of them also regular, but the difference is Matthew frequency is much more higher. Okay. Then Lucy Roston is they are very poor on timing. That means every time dia hit is boleh cakap lah, time high lah, but dia juga buat investment lah. Okay. And the last Larry Legal lah. So dia memang takutnya kiasi lah, they all call it kiasi. They don't want to invest. Why? Because of the market volatility. So this kind of things I like to show my investor. Why? Because I need to let them know about currently ada apa yang tak ada increase lah. Hah? No. I should see my data increase. Okay. So I will show them. You don't invest, but your things every day you go to expand, do all the expenses or buy the grocery punya barang, all is nice. But you don't do anything means your money is keep on depreciate. So I will show them this one. Even the bad markets, and you can see that this one is we call it as a bad market timing Trump inner here. But also, 5 of them also got invest. So perfect timing absolutely dia punya return confirm paling cantik lah. Why? Because they are tahu how to speculate the market. But I want to say, even though you see the dollar cost and the invest immediate, you see the difference is very big.
Not much.
Yeah, not really, right? So what I want to bring up is towards my investor is it better than you see 61,000 we do nothing? Okay, compare I don't want to say even though this bad market timings easily also double up what? Then if let's say you don't do anything, do your grocery, your everyday you go to grocery to buy all the grocery, you go to eat meat, is it that night? Also night what? So if let's say you don't do anything, that means your money becomes smaller and smaller. So how you going to hedge against the inflation? That is on one way only. Make sure your salary every year 10% increment. Correct. If let's say how you going to chase against the inflation, and at the same time make sure your lifestyle don't increase. Correct. If let's say your salary increase 10%, your lifestyle also increase 10%. Oh yeah, how you going to chase? So this is the things normally I like to let my investor know. It is important we are doing the investment, and at the same time I also show them one thing is this. Do you know what is this? Before I talk. Okay, so this is 20 years period.
Perfect timing means that they buy in a very low point.
Not only say buy in the low point. So actually this is for this 62 period of time. So that means actually this one is since 1955. That means every 20 years you see this one every 20 years. So they are 20 years. Every 20 years they do the speculation in different years. You can see basically perfect timing is it very true? Also not every time dia akan dapat keuntungan, right? Why? Because even though yes dia perfect very true, but during that time if I say this guy tak ada beli, dia paling pandai, but drop so many times ini never mind, dia kena berapa kali? Only one time, dia cun saja. Yang lainnya dia tak kena anything. Correct. But you see for the perfect timing semua as long as they are invest, they are absolutely did something. One means what? Means dia punya return paling baik. Okay. 2 means second baik. 3 means third bagus. 4 means fourth bagus. 5 you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dia tak beli, memang dia punya chances of losses in the inflation and losses in terms of the value of growing also not going up. You get what I mean? Yes, it's the bad timing. So at least they got do work, right? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least dia ada 5 times, much more better. No doubt, dia juga ada 5 times, paling worse. But at least dia do something. I see still okay lah. So if let's say standard we got do the dollar cost averaging. Ada so teruk. That means this guy is every month dia ada buat investment no matter high or low don't care. I just keep on investing only. Is it really bad? Not really, right? You can see it's very good. So immediate invest. So juga tengok ada satu kali empat. But overall for me even though ini juga ada satu empat but for me actually consider very good one. Correct. So for perfect timing itu tak payah cakap lah, dia sudah perfect one. Okay. So Yes. So the summary I want to say is, at least we got do investment is much more better than we don't do anything. Correct? If let's say we don't do anything, we gain nothing. Agree? So this is the things normally I like to share towards my investor. Okay. So this is the so-called summaries. Normally I like to give towards my investor. Invest immediately, no matter how the market is going up or going down, because we do not know what is going to be happen next. Okay, let's I just put one example, like back to 2022. Okay, during that time, I think a lot of people say, hey, Russia and Ukraine should have war. Hey, don't forget, Russia is the world 8 paling besar punya economy country, and Ukraine and Russia, both of them is the world export paling besar on wheat. Betul. So during that time, the wheat price shoot up lah. Betul. But let us see until back to today. Is it the market much more teruk or going back better? Going back better, right? So why? Because we not really go to speculate the market. The most important thing is we need to understand what is happening. From there, we need to be do a proper portfolio rebalance towards our investor. For those investor who is very particular or very worried about the market sentiment, so we try to lower down their risk into equity. So at least for our role we also our role as a consultant, we also nak senang hati kan, because peace of mind, peace words, because we hold investor money, we also hold the responsibility there. So we also don't want their money is in losing part, right? So that's our responsibility lah, I can say. So second, you can see based on just now, perfect market timing is not really different banyak lah, betul tak? Why? And how many person really can speculate the market correctly? Even though I thought, do anyone of you do not know who is Warren Buffett? Siapa tak tahu dia? Everyone also over here also tahu dia kan? Our grandfather. Ya loh, dia bagi duit so makan lah.
10 kali.
So you see, he always like to say one word. He always say, I am not a good speculator. Even though dia sendiri cakap dia enter 10 kali 5 to 6 times dia tersalah. But why dia punya investment earn so much of money? Why? Consistency, yes. Because they not really go to speculate the markets. Dia masuk and they really can hold for long term. Really go for 10 years, 20 years or even 30 years. Like Coca-Cola, like McDonald's. This kind of stock actually Warren Buffett already hold more than 10 or 20 years, even 30 years. So he still hold. So absolutely his percentage, we all now see that his return absolutely is a lot. But if let's say you want to compare with that time, let's say Warren Buffett maybe invest in 1980s, 1960s, okay? So you see that there is some time the market is also dropped, So if it means Warren Buffett, when market drop, if let's say that time investor see dia, cakap dia tak pandai mah, why? Dia beli begitu tinggi mah. But if let's say you see back 30 years later, it shoot up so many times for what? So now after 30 years later, investor see back Warren Buffett, dia cakap dia pandai. But if let's say you tengok dia short term in orders dia juga tak cunnya. So that's why don't too focus on speculate markets. Okay. So the best thing is consider do the dollar cost averaging and just now you can see based on my scenario just now, you can see dollar cost and ECA and immediate US, basically it's not different. But honestly, you ask me, I personally I feel like why dollar cost ini bukan lebih tinggi daripada ini ya, Pak? Don't know lah. Actually this one is quite depends on market also lah, betul. Let's say maybe in this time period maybe this kind of period you see dollar cost is much more better than there lah, betul. During this time you tengok lah, dia memang better than there lah. Depends on which period of time but I feel like dollar cost, these two also consider as dollar cost, but correct. So I still feel dollar cost is the way. Okay.
Very hard to see also, see the time and
Yes. But
see the time of how the market was.
yes, the most important is we need to understand about the goal and the purpose of investment. It's very important. So once we know about the goal and the purpose, so it will be more easier for the investor to follow all the methods over here. Because when they know about their goal, they only have the purpose to continue do investment. Am I right? Okay. Okay. So do you all got any question? Here? No.
Okay, the question okay, this time you said the China market, yeah.
Mm.
So let's say if I have a client who was invested in the China portfolio for quite some time, so do I need to partial switch or switch on?
Good. The key factor later will speak in more details. So to let you to have a better understand what happened to China, what happened to US, and what happened to Malaysia. So in key factors, I will say in more details. Okay, because this is also one of the key factors. Normally, as you all still remember just now when I talk about every time I meet them, right? So the first time my role is more on doing the education part and the goal setting part. Okay. So the second round, third round, fourth round, absolutely is do all the risk mitigations, and absolutely I will also go into key factor influencing. Key factor influencing is what it means is factors influenced by first, because from time to time our investor they will go older. Some of the investors when go older, their risk profile will become more and more conservative, but some of them will become more and more aggressive. Depends. Why? Because they feel, hey, I lucky very good card, I should have not retired, so I short of money, so you go for aggressive. But some people when they near to retirement, dia takut, dia cakap ini my hard saving money, right? So I don't want to go for high risk. So I help to protect. So this is things that normally this is the key factors I need to deal with. So at the same time, from time to time, I also got some market updates information, right? From all the markets informations, I will tell my investor, not tell my investor lah. I will from there, I will just help them to do some fund adjustment or the fund selections. Okay, so now I will go through with you all. Okay, so when I go through the economy life cycles, so I will need to know about what is happening towards the currently market life cycles. So what do you think about currently? Which market life cycle we are at? Come, try to guess and see. Then, which one? Let's see. You feel which one?
Level 5, go 5.
Level 5.
Level
5 man, you still cut interest rate man.
Now cut interest
Mana lagi ada cut? Now 3%. We are cut interest rate Okay. So once interest rate cut finish, apa berlaku? The next market expand. Okay. Once market expand, so inflation akan naik. Why? We need to understand understand the scenario, okay? So once, okay, so everything's over here actually is talk about what? Supply and demand only. I call it very simple. Today's me is a demand, me is a supplier. Okay, I supply ini lah, sedang lah. Okay. So now because now bank cut interest rate lah, bermaksud kat sun. Let's say you every month you bayar housing loan is 10,000. Let's say you bayar rumah lah, okay, it's 10,000 lah. Okay. So now I already cut the interest rate. So easily you one month from 10,000 maybe you can save extra 1,000. That means you just need to pay 9,000 lah. So that means you got excessive 1,000, right? So do you got extra money to spend? So you got money to expend, right? So you will spend this 1,000. So at the same time, maybe Andy also the same lah. He got 20,000 every month spent on housing loan punya. So now due to cut interest rate, so Andy ada extra money lah. Easily extra 2,000, right? So dia juga extra money. So Yoyo juga sama, Andy, Darren juga sama, Zen juga sama. So once everybody over here juga ada extra money, right? So people willing to spend money, right? Once people willing to spend money, that means initially I join this one is one ringgit lah, one. Okay. Because initially when sini punya masa, belum cut punya masa I need one pen but ada hanya jujur orang yang mau beli dengan I. Do you think I as a businessman, I dare to increase to 150 or 2? Why? Yes, demand tak banyak lah. But now, under the economy expansion place, do you think I dare to increase?
Yes.
Why? Banyak orang mau beli dengan I kan? So, absolutely, your demand is higher than my supply. So, absolutely, I increase. So, once I increase, it will be inflation. So, once inflation naik, semua orang pun tak boleh tahan kan? After that, central bank masuk cakap, kami punya YB Darren cakap, tak boleh lah. You all everyday spend I punya inflation nanti on naik ya hantam your corporate. You pay 9,000 No, now increase back 10,000. Any ya?
10 tak apa dengan apa 11
Dan Andy 18,000 no more 20,000. So during that time everybody also kena increase again. So market slow again. Okay. So this kind of economy cycle, right? So normally before I meet them, so I will know lah which is the market cycle. So from there, so I already know what is the next things I need to be done.
Sekarang kita dekat mana?
Oh, tadi sini ya. Betul lah, number 5. Betul lah. Okay. So after I know the economic cycle, so at the same time, this is the risk assessment of the so-called risk tolerance I will go through with my investor. So as I said, normally I will understand about their investment durations, how aggressive they are. So if let's say they are very aggressive, sometimes they say they are aggressive, okay, but in fact they are not lah. But some of people they are conservative, but in fact they are aggressive. So you need to understand about their aggressiveness. At the same time, you need to know about their durations. When you know this, so it will be more easier to do some allocations. Okay. So after I know their risk tolerance, I know about them. This what should I call the economy cycle. So the last, absolutely, I need to know about market updates. Okay. So I think most of you already know that actually Donald Trump sudah menang kan? But do you what is the definition or what it means by Donald Trump menang? Okay, it's a very big difference. Let's say Donald Trump menang, tapi dia tak boleh tukar regulation. It's two different things. But now Donald Trump punya presidency ialah dia ialah other than dia ialah president, at the same time dia punya parti juga menang majority. bermaksud dia juga boleh tukar perlembagaan as they like. Okay, what it means like, let's say dia cakap, now I mau tukar satu law, I mau block all the US borders with Mexico, boleh tak? Boleh. Why? Because dia sudah boleh change the law. Let's say dia cakap, now I want to change the law to reduce the income tax from 21% to 15%. Boleh tak? Boleh kan? So now the question comes, Donald Trump win. First things, do you know that Malaysia punya income tax berapa? Company Malaysia.
17.
Malaysia. This one is S&P. 24, 25. Yes, Malaysia is 24, 25 for corporate company. Sendera Berhad is, no lah, Sendera Berhad is 17 lah. 17. If let's say enterprise or Berhad or supervisor is 24%, right? Malaysia is 24% lah. Do you know that US initially is 31%? Now already reduced, 34, I think it's quite high. But now it's already reduced to 21%. Okay? This one is before Donald Trump become president. Now, Donald Trump cakap, once dia menang, condition lah, dia menang with parliament juga dia menang lah. Okay, dia akan tukar ke 15. So for your, ask your and see lah. Let's say, Kak Su, Apple punya company, you punya, Papa, Nvidia you tahu tak? You punya, McDonald you punya. So you every year lah, you untung 100 ringgit. Okay? Tapi 1 bilion lah, okay? 1 bilion lah. Tapi too big figure. Okay. From initially you need to pay 1 billion punya 21% berapa? Okay lah, $100 lah. So from initial you need to pay 21 ringgit punya tax lah. Now reduce to 15 ringgit. You save berapa?
15
betul tak? You save 6 ringgit loh. Semua? Alah. You happy tak? You suka Amy Trump ah? You Nvidia? Nvidia itu panggil apa? Dia punya owner panggil apa nama?
Jason.
Ya tak tahu lah itu.
Jason.
Jensen Huang. Jensen Huang. Itu Tesla. Jensen Huang ya. You assume you Jensen Huang lah. You happy ya? 6 ringgit loh, extra masuk pocket. Okay ya? So that's why once Trump menang, the stock market from 11 of November is keep on shooting until now. And you can see if you record keep on shooting. Why? Because of first, dia memang should be called business friendly punya methods lah in America. So because Trump is a businessman, so what they expect is more on business lah. Okay. So this is the things I want to say. So okay, good things you sudah tahu lah. Good things sudah tahu lah. Okay, I talk about okay, now I talk about bad things lah. Okay talk about bad things. Tadi I cakap lower down interest rate good or not? Good or not? Good or not? Good or? Good lah. Now you tengok
Nak break dulu tak?
interest rate cut based on I check since year 2000 until now that's been this 24 years dan dia ada 3 kali reduce interest rate lah. Jangan cakap the last 3 lah. Okay, ada reduce interest rate 3 kali lah. So do you notice that year 2000 to 2003 apa berlaku? Apa berlaku? .com bubble. Yang apa? Also in the cut interest rate punya period of time. Ya, masa itu drop paling worst I think got 40 to 50%. Okay. Yes, it's over here. So at the same time, during that time, US currency dropped 22%. Okay, this is just reference for your note because tadi you tengok very happy, but in fact the data I get. Okay, second, you tahu 2007 to 2008 what happened? Lehman Brothers subprime mortgage. During that time juga sama, cut interest rate. When it start? September 2007 until December 2008. During that time it dropped how much? 35%. But in fact, more than this. Okay? And lagi satu, cut interest rate bila? COVID. So during that time, dia punya masa, is it COVID Julai? Ada relate dengan COVID Mana siapa tahu apa berlaku? Honestly, from here until January 2020, actually market is moving uptrend. Later I show you. Okay, so from here onwards, dia baru drop. So Dow Jones juga drop 15%. Okay, in fact more than that you already know, right? But surprisingly, there is one thing is increasing. Apa? Pandai betul. Go. Okay. Now come again. Do you know? Just now you already answered me. Now the markets are the economic cycle, right? So we are in what cycle? Cut rate cycle.
Number 3.
Number 5 kan? Okay, come in more details tadi I dah show you kan? When the interest rate cut. Sini, betul? 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 So, market tengok 08 07 over here. Is it directly turun? No, it is still going up. Nampak tak? Nampak sini? Nampak? It's still going up. It's just good sideways only. Doesn't mean when market going down, it will be directly down. No. Directly down? Mana ada? Dia ambil berapa lama? Dia sini down, sini lagi. Go, but later you need to be careful Okay, tengok. And then the third, you tengok sini sudah start down Sini sudah start down Ada start down Ada kan? Lagi naik. Then now you see, sini sudah start down. Ada down So faham This is initial only. This is called initial. So ini yang takut. You know why this one especially they down a lot means they already notice something is not right. Something is not right. You see, when over here they drop significantly, the market already coming down quite seriously. So that's why today I want to come out with asset allocation topics. At least let you all to have a better understanding. I don't mean about interest rate turun sekarang. Next second it will be turun but you all need to know about doing the allocations for your investor carefully. Okay, because based on the history I see, there is a trend. Okay, but doesn't mean it will be happen exactly like what happened in history. But at least we got some reference point to protect against our investor portfolio. Okay. Then next. Okay. So next, I think you also want to know about China, right? So China, the difference about China is I think you all know about. Do you know this guy is who? Lan Fuan is a Ministry of Finance. Okay, China recently dropped is quite significantly, but why the market drop is because one of the reason I should update this one first. I think I should let you all see this one first. Why? Because of this. You know what is 城投债、城投 bond. Do you know? You know.
Ini
Ah,
lah, ini.
Andy, come.
Uh,
Central bond. Why central bond?
slightly like a state bond.
No. Yes, it is correct, but the central bond means of issued by local government financing vehicles in China to fund infrastructure project. What it means, let's say currently today's let's assume Kasu, you are property developers, okay? But me as a state government, I'm a state government, I'm considered as NGO. You are businessman, kan? Do I have money to do together project with you? I tak ada kan? I tak ada iman because later you main cakap ni, I nak build the road, I perlu bayar dia kan? Nanti Zen main cakap longkang sini semua, somebody I also need to pay dia kan? So at the same time, I juga mau buat dengan you. So how? So we go for cento bond. That means we combine and go to pinjam money from either Along or pinjam dari bank, all this. So you can notice since 2015, you see cento bond and normal bond. Normal bond means of, let's say nowadays not talk about properties like maybe Zen want to okay, maybe Zen cakap Chengdu punya longkang tak good. Why? Because the once air main easily flood. Dia Zen cakap you perlu build very well. So I cakap okay good. So but I don't have money, so I issue bond lah. Betul. So this should be the correct way lah. Like Zen this kind of things masuk is correct way lah. And then cento bond means of doing the infrastructure one is not the correct way. Because I pinjam is because we just build property only, earn the money, after that came back to me. Now the question is, this kind of things is okay if the condition masuk slowly lah, go slowly. But the thing is everybody is use speculative to do the project. Let's say today I build satu kat Icon City. I punya Icon City punya project baru collect money dengan all the buyers saja. I tak bayar bond, I tak satu kali bayar habis. But at the same time, I cari Andy lagi beli satu kat Auto CDE, build one more, and go to pinjam one more time of cento bond. Faham tak? So after that, I take the money and go for Hong Yi House sana with Yoyong, build another one. And at the same time, I build tiga. And the money I just pay interest, minimum interest, minimum interest, minimum interest. So terus lah, I satu kali tiga. So that's why you see in compounding, is it very high until 201 day only can go.
3 years, that is working.
Already jump to 70 times of they should be pinjam punya duit lah. Already jump to 70 times, and at the same time you see more and more city. Now you still cannot see a lot lah. 201 day still not a lot, but you come to 2020 punya masa more than 17 times or 32 times punya become more and more. Even though this area called what? This area called what? This area anh gì? Trên claim this area called what already? It's Muslim area. Is this area called what? Xinjiang. Yes. Even though Xinjiang, you know, they also build a lot of go to India a lot to do developments. Because compared to this area, honestly, this area is more high density people. No doubt high density you build, then I paham lah. But now until 2020 only, so they already 15 times so high. They just all the city council, okay, just pinjam duit to do speculation, but not really focus on doing so-called the role which they initially need to be done, like jaga the longkang, make sure all the lampu, everything's parking okay, give the business license, but they are not focusing on doing business. I tak cakap dia tak bagus, okay, but too aggressive. So until what happened? Until dia pinjam too much duit, right? Their money is loan from where? either Along or bank, some of the money is quite high, the interest rate, until that I sudah pinjam kan, I also need to pay the minimum payment or pay the interest one. So do you think during that time, Azan want to build road? Okay, đúng không? Azan build longkang lah. Azan build dia punya longkang cakap, Gary, I punya mana? Duit mana? Saya cakap, brother, oh sorry, dia Along sudah mau ambil duit dari saya, sudah tak ada bagi you. Hutang banyak loh. Yo mai again. Dia cakap, I punya projek macam mana? Sudah build habis? Duit mana? Even though some of the state worse until even the city council punya staff pun tak mampu bayar. Why? Because the interest rate is too high. Dia tak tahan. Okay, that's why this year you can see 4 trillion local tax. Federal governments need to give them money. Not give them money lah. That means issue the bond to bank. So call bank to release money to them with lower interest. Bermaksud dia directly pergi bank boleh pinjam lah. Guarantor siapa? Federal lah. Faham? Ya, at the beginning lah. So, Lampuan sudah cakap, dia additionals are remaining 6 billion so. So, total us for this year is total is 10 billion lah. Okay, nah kita tengok bukan 10 billion lah. So, the remaining 6 billion kan dia akan divided 3 years dibagi ya. So, at least dia macam ni buatkan all the state governments dia boleh relax sikit lah. Faham? So for you lah, if let's say your interest rate lower sikit, okay lah. Okay kan? You at least you got. So now, the next thing is want to let you know about other than asset allocation. So we also need to understand about all the asset classes and all the characters. Why? Because in investment world, there is divided into many categories in terms of risk, in terms of characters. Absolutely, all is different. Example like cash. What it means by cash? In the other words, can I say anytime you want to spend also can. It's very liquid. Example like our online wallets, liquidity fund like our e-cash. All this one we are categorized under cash. Okay. So second is commodity. Commodity, what we say is oil, gold, these kind of things we can trade one. But can any one of you answer us? Do public mutual, do we have commodity fund? I want to test. Ada commodity. Ada.
Emas.
Emas. This is the key point I want to tell you. Why? Because in this chapter later I will talk about credit proof when market is no good. What is the so-called credit proof fund which can help us to protect against our losses can minimize. Okay, later I will show you. So next is fixed deposit. After the commodities, another asset is we call it as a fixed deposit, bonds. Why? Because some of us is in the low risk category, right? If possible, you request us to go until high risk place. So bond, in the other words, is considered as Along, right? You just loan money to people. No matter market up or down, the impact is not that high compared with equity markets. So some low risk investors, basically I will recommend them to go for fixed income fund. Then next, absolutely is the equity. In the other words, it means you are the ownership of the company. Okay, like stocks, ETF, unit trust, all is categorized under equity. So this kind of category normally I will depends on individual investor. If let's say their risk is high, so my focus on equity absolutely will high. Majority of my fund is more focused into equity. Okay. So this is other alternative investment like properties, that kind of things I have categorized under the last one. Okay. So now I want to let you all know good ini Cak? For the last 100 years.
Cak good tapi tak nampak.
Cak good lah, tak nampak.
The graph is so nice.
That is so nice lah. Okay, come, I put it bigger a bit. I think the max
Sini ada 2 orang junior citizen.
junior citizen.
Five series.
5
Five
series.
series.
Jangan lupa 5 series ni ada 2.
Okay, I think much more better lah.
Nampak?
Okay, so this one is since 2001. This one is 100 years lah. Okay, from here to 100 years. Yes,
For fun.
100 years.
You still can plan.
Right now.
Sama dengan Tuan Emily.
So you all can imagine from this 100 years, is it our stock is keep on going up?
Yes.
Going up, right? But do you notice one thing that is 1 bracket, 2 bracket, 3 bracket. So ini every time satu bracket that's mean 10 or 13 years. 1 bracket 10 or 20 years. 10 or 20 years easily. Actually if you ask me I should be over here what? Right until here what? Betul what? But I tak faham lah mengapa dia letak di sini. But what I want to tell you is after ini dia jinjang for a while, after it can be continue grow. Jinjang a while, after grow lagi berapa jauh yang tak tahu. Okay, so that's why it is very important that we know that this is a bull market. But do you know that on this kind of bull market, right? Actually, more than 50% of investors, to be exact, is 54% of investors is losing money. Do you believe so? Yes.
Losing in all this cut loss.
Yes. Why?
Why don't you take? Kenapa tak nak tunggu? Sebab takut turun lagi.
Yes. So first thing is dia takut turun. Second thing is because of investor don't have the so-called goal, don't have the purpose. So when, as what I said, when investor don't have the direction or why they want to invest, is because most of us as a consultant normally investor invest with me is because of support lah. Correct. I think a lot of consultants we all know one. When market is no good, so you can see a lot of investors is keep on moving out. Why? Because of support culture. But if let's say we become more professionals, we got to tell our investor the purpose of investment, why we want to invest, and more regular to visit them. So when during this time of periods, do they really worry?
Yes.
I know it's worry lah, but at least you okay lah because of we got at least we got so-called review with them. We got let them know is it their plan is far behind or already exceed the expectation or follow the plan. So these kind of things we need to let them know. And at the same time, I like to show them this is because I told them basically why the market is keep on moving up is very simple only. Because stock market is means of its company, its business. So when the business or the stock market is no longer in S&P 500, this is S&P 500, right? They will be in 1 day, their performance is no good, they will be kicked out from 500, S&P 500. So during that time, do you think public mutual will still invest into that kind of company? Absolutely no, right? So when no, so but S&P 500 absolutely will choose the top 500 company only. Once you are not the top 500, you will be out. Same to our KLSC, top 30 only. So like recently, which will be enter into the top 30 is 99 Speedmart and Gamuda, if not mistaken.
Apa again? Sorry.
99 Speedmart recently just listed, right? But still not yet enter into the KLCI. Okay, but they will be going into KLCI soon. But there will be 2 companies will be kicked out lah. One of the company I ingat saja, another one I tak tahu siapa lah. The company which will be kicked out is Genting. Genting will be kicked out. because their performance sudah drop lah. So 99 Speedmart punya performance much more better, and as well as Gamuda lah, because Gamuda recently did a lot of projects, right? So they build a lot of infra, so dia memang project memang besar.
What do you mean the Genting did hit up is because due to the
Up from the-
performance is up from the line.
Yeah, because they calculate for the top 30 only. So if let's say your asset is no longer under there, so you will up.
Oh, okay.
Because your AUM is dropped. But do you notice that the next mid-month, the stock, I think now is 250, 250, right? It grow quite fast, yes. Gamuda also not bad because of the cloud business. So they receive quite a lot of projects. This is what I know. So that's why this is the things normally I like to tell to them. So at least it can grow, okay? So next, this is the things normally the portfolio which I like to share with my investor. Okay, yeah. So let's assume investor is conservative. So I will be based on conservative to allocate on stock, foreign stock, bond, and short-term investment. Short-term investment normally I consider as cash, okay, in cash, that kind of things. So bond, how many percent, and how many percent in stock markets, in equity. So this is one of the example. This is not I take from public mutual, but I take from US. Okay, why? Because US is considered as paling lama in they are called mutual fund. It's paling lama in the unit trust industry. Okay, dia punya track record also cukup panjang. So they can fit quite a lot of things. US. Okay, yes. US mutual fund. So at least I can show you all some of the things like a lot of things you all say about actually the average year fund return. You can see even like US so aggressive 9 point something only average annual return. So public mutual is it very worse? I don't feel so honestly. I not really feel so bad Yes, because all this one would be what we compare. We are just using global select, BIS, GES, this kind of funds. Yes. So that's why you can see all our fund actually is also not bad. So that's why, but that is only one fund. We are just taking all 100% equity. But they are diversified into equity, foreign fund, and maybe some percentage, 15% into bond. So that's why competition they can get this. But you need to understand at the same time, the worst it can be go under 60%. Okay? But the best is 100%. I think our fund, the best is 110 or 100 plus only. I know it's a few like E-Flexi and emerging opportunity. I remember a few of them during the 2020 time. The performance in 12 months actually is very crazy, more than 100%. So that's why you ask me. Honestly, public mutual funds performance also quite okay. So compared with the global fund house, actually it's quite par. We are not lagging behind. And you can see the annualized return. Some of the worst time, even the equity, we can even take 2.6. So that's why just now I showed to you all the like this one. We try to imagine if let's say we are in zigzag line over here, do you expect we can return quite a lot? Not really, right? So that's why combine. Okay. So next is the most important thing as today's what I want to bring out is, and you want to know about this guy? Ray Dalio. You know? Who is he?
Investor 桥本
桥水基金。Is a 创始人is a rich Baywater Bridgewater punya yes Ray Dalio is a very famous punya fund managers in private sectors, right? Okay. So why he is so famous? Is because one of the story. I show you first before I come to here. Okay. You know what is this? This one. Tahun apa? Which is?
Lehman Brothers.
Lehman Brothers, right? And you're going to see the blue color. What happened? This is the S&P. The raw. The raw. And this one is Ray Dalio performance. Do you know that in 2008, their losses, if not mistaken, is negative 2.4% or positive 2.4, you know. Anyone of you curious why? Macam ini? Anyone know the reason why dia macam ini?
Don't know.
Sebab
You
dia
mean-
pandai predict.
You mean blue one is the S&P 500?
This is S&P 500 one, but this is Ray Dalio portfolio. But if let's say you want to compare with S&P lah, recently siapa menang? Dia menang. But we as a consultant, what we want? I want like Kak Su personal cakap, we want peace of mind lah, betul tak? If like this, can we explain to our investor lah? Sudah boleh lah, betul tak ini? For me, I already can explain what. Why? Because the performance is very steady lah, steady growth. Tak payah headache lah macam ini ya. Macam ini okey. Naiknya masa okey lah. Turun masa wow. Come. Now let me go to their portfolio. Yes, it's over here. Ray Dalio, basically how it built, they are more focused on 55% on bond, 30% is on US stock markets, and 15% is on commodity lah. Okay. So actually, do we public mutual, can we do this kind of things? This one bond ada kami? Ada kan? Ini ada? Ada lah. Ini lah, ini ada lah. Apa? Iya masa? So that's why. Go lah, best. Tapi we only ada satu saja. Go lah.
Yeah.
Why I want to purposely show you all this one? Yeah, it's back to this one only. Still remember about this? Why? When market going down, do you notice? Gold is still going up. And we need to understand, come and show more things. Okay, tak berani lah. Okay, I want to let you all know about the gold. A lot of people say, hey, now gold sudah naik banyak kan? What do you?
chances boleh naik nanti ataupun akan turun.
Okay, I thought it this way. What do you think about our gold ringgit Malaysia? Akan go weakening or go stronger? What do you think for the next 1 or 2 years?
Hanya guessing as per history tu pun naik lama.
No. My question is, what do you think about ringgit Malaysia? Will go weakening or strengthen ringgit Malaysia? Alright. Yes. Do you?
Strengthening.
Strengthen ringgit Malaysia? Strengthen you?
Strengthen a bit lah.
Salib?
Banyak.
You feel ringgit Malaysia strengthen or what next year?
Will strengthen, I think 10 to 20%.
Andy? You feel US strong honestly, as someone because Trump will go stronger. So as normal people, they will takut because US now jalannya adalah konservatif, dia mau protect sendiri. So the whole world guna punya currency, paling suka guna punya currency adalah apa? US dollars. So when everybody suka guna US dollars, so when Donald Trump cakap, tak suka you, itu country conquest. So dia punya currency punya orang semua akan move to US. Ini punya country dia suka BRICS punya country akan I for short term lah, I cakap punya short term. I not means about the next 20 years or 30 years lah. 20 years, 30 years I know US is another story lah. Okay, but for now, personally I feel like short term US akan continue strong. Maybe will go until 450 or 460 lah, the max lah. So when US currency go strong, right? So means of this one is you need to understand our goal is based on US dollar calculate. It's not based on ringgit Malaysia calculate. Okay, so in the other words, if let's say US dollar go strong, so that means go mungkin lagi akan naik lagi lah. So if let's say go lagi naik, very slow and I show you all about go lah. So I know recently already until 2007, near to 2007 lah. Okay, but if let's say you want to understand why investors like to be invest in gold, why? Andy, why people like gold?
Avoid volatility.
What?
Like,
Uh-huh.
like how to say?
More stable.
More stable lah, be more stable lah.
You? More stable lah. Why Malay? I know Malay quite like to beli gold. Why?
Tapi I feel that lah, okay, Malay tu macam salah apa ni, salah konsep beli gold itu barang apa jewelry dengan beli gold yang ini tau.
Physical gold, okay.
So I find that some housewife atau apa orang perempuan kan beli gold apa dia cakap untuk future. Apa dia orang kena tahu juga bila dia sell dia kena tolak 30% kan. So I rasa konsep tu salah, kita kena educate unless kalau kita beli yang gold yang macam orang bagi opal ke kan.
Yes.
I think that's lah kan.
Yes. You
Physical
are
gold
right.
is okay.
Yes. Why?
Paper gold is no.
Yes. Why? In summary, I can summarize all is because all of us feel gold is the material become less and less. Correct. So when the things become less and less means more and more value lah. So in the other words, in layman terms means commodity or gold will keep on appreciate lah. So that's why people more prefer to keep in gold. Second things okay, I talk ini ialah citizen or not called citizen, the layman people like you and me lah. Okay, we like to collect. Second party which like to collect is governments. Do you agree? Now the whole world paling banyak gold punya country actually US lah. But do you know that BRICS ialah the 5 country: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. In these few years, their accumulation of the gold is super crazy. So that's why you can see it not suddenly shoot up lah. Actually, already many years it keep on shooting up because gold sudah stagnant bagi banyak tahun. Dia mana ini dia shoot up, shoot up again. Why? And third things I want to let you know. Gold shoot up. Another reason is because war. Agree that? Because when let's say you invest stock market when war come punya masalah, do you still dare to keep your money into stock market? Why? Stock akan drop lah. Okay, betul lah. Because no value but if let's say I got gold bar, let's say lah the whole world sudah kelam kabut semua lah. So I use gold bar, can I change something? Can But if let's say I ambil ringgit Malaysia, doesn't mean you ini apa currency sudah tak guna lah maybe. But gold, no matter you go to where, it's still used. So that's why this is also one of the reasons why a lot of people still keep gold. And why today's my topics over here is I also focus on talk about in the Yeah, that's why I say about that one the value compared to physical gold yang mana satu if let's say you want for cantik purpose different story lah. If let's say you for value purpose then defeat the purpose betul tak? Absolutely is gold bar. So you can see for you will notice this over here you will notice one thing is when market is no good at least something still can try to hedge. So that's why just now I want to tell you all. You see back over here. Why Ray Dalio tak kena issue? Because during 2008 time actually gold shooting up and bond no impact. Money market tak payah cakap lah, no impact lah. Stock market impact lah. So impact lah you dah nampak kan? So is it dia sudah tolong hedge dia punya losses over here? So this is the things dia tolong hedge against dia punya losses lah. So that's why now you can see over here Ray Dalio what they really focus is more on equity. So maybe if let's say you are a little bit high risk taker, yes you can still increase the so-called percentage over here. It depends on individual investor lah. Okay, or if let's say you feel like I don't want to touch over here, maybe I feel 40% enough lah into bond or whatsoever lah. Into bond, so maybe the percentage on equity maybe you can increase to 50% and maybe 15% in commodity. It depends on individual how you take it though. Okay. Do you know our public mutual emas sudah naik berapa peratus in 1 year? Now sudah 1.4 something you know. Public peratus.
Sama si conventional kan?
Yes.
Conventional. I'm so sorry. Yes. I didn't notice about
Sama
this.
saya dapat 40% je.
So you should,
I
Kasu, you absolutely you should raise up right for this. Why commodity don't have the sharp yeah. Yes, serious why because we all need to hedge against the inflation. Not say hedge against inflation, hedge against the so-called losses over there, right? So commodity is one of the things which really
Siapa
can
kira
hedge.
boleh propose dekat roda ni tentang higher power.
Okay, you can propose lah. Okay, give you this ER. So over here you can see the pros and cons. Pros is what you can go down the risk, and the cons is you don't expect for higher return lah. Right? If let's say compare to this one, yang mana satu return cantik sikit, Confirm S&P cantik lah. Tapi dia down punya masa boleh tahan tak? So that's why there are pros and cons. It depends on we want to peace of mind or we want to get headache lah. Okay? So any question for Ray Dalio? All weather portfolio. Yeah, you may check. All weather portfolio. It's very famous. Ray Dalio this portfolio. So at least we do not need to headache. And one more thing, if let's say you all worry about maybe you all will think about Gary. Semua orang letak stock market kan? Punya CB teruk kan? Or maybe you also worry about macam ini risk also very tinggi kan? So you can increase instead of equity kan? Is it mixed asset is a good option? As some conservative, is it a good option? At least your CV still there. At the same time, your risk also lower, right?
Yes.
So you also no need to be so suffering. Worry about is it my investor fund drop so much. That kind of risk. So kurang quite significantly lah, betul tak? So you can just try to play around lah, because this is for US. US punya doesn't mean will be happen in Malaysia. Okay? Yes. Okay. So our last topic for today is the case studies on Q&A lah. So basically, this one is more on future. So at least let you know about what should we do after we get so much of information. So absolutely, we need to do some dollar cost averaging and portfolio rebalancing. So why dollar cost averaging is so important? I think just now I already show you this four, right? This four, right? This four, right? So you will notice that instead of one lump sum, so we literally go to time the markets and dollar cost. Actually, the difference
Not so much.
not so much. This one is some more. It depends on the year. If let's say different years, maybe the dollar cost averaging is much more better than invest in immediate one. So instead of the differences between the perfect timing and the dollar cost averaging is not much difference. Why we need to be so headache and every day we go to when is the lowest point? When is the lowest point? What's the point? Better we just peace of mind, put every month's muscle and let the investor let the time to help us to earn the money. Okay, so now I over here will show you in details about the dollar cost averaging. So I got a very good live example. Anyone of you do not know about public Islamic opportunity? Ini ada orang tak tahu lah. Okay, so this one you can see is on February 2023 February 2023, and this one actually sudah buka 1 year lah. This one open bila 2021, right? 2021, end of 2021, right? So my investor is invest in end of 2021. Dia hanya one lump sum saja, okay? And sorry, these are public Islamic dividends. This Islamic dividends dia punya return ialah negative 1%. But at the same time, this investor juga ada invest the small cap. These two performance basically the difference is not as big lah. But do you notice that? How come one is negative 10%, one is negative 1%? Why?
Lump sum.
Because of this one is one lump sum and this one don't speculate the markets. And you can see over here from 2022 January. So they are every month 200 macam ini invest lah. But do you notice that the units the units over here, you can see until over here the unit actually is keep on increasing from 280 something increase 300 something. So indirectly actually your average cost also from expensive become more and more cheaper. So at last you will notice that actually public Islamic opportunity fund become your cost already being successfully covered. But compared to you just do one lump sum and which you're not able to speculate when is the highest point and when is the lowest point, so you get troubles into much more higher percentage in losses compared to dollar cost averaging. Okay. So and second, also one of the real case I would like to show you all is public regular savings. In for 7 years, I have do some comparison with initial 5,000 and every quarter 5,000. Okay. So if let's say 7 years ago, I every quarter like that invest 5,000 until 2022. Until 2022, just for your information. My total investment is 145,000.
Dia tak nampak orang tua lagi tak nampak.
157,000. Okay. So the market already increased and 12,000 only, which means after 7 years I only earn 8.75%. Good Good 7 years old.
Oh, tak good.
Why? Because it's as what I said just now, because due to the political unstable region throughout the last 10 years. Okay, so that's why This is the result lah. But if let's say, you see, I diversify, instead of into locals only, I diversify into global, local, conservative, and Asia. So you will see, even though also 5,000 initials and quarterly also 5,000 by using EPM lah. Okay. So you will notice that with the portfolio of 20%, and as some conservative, because this one I categorize it under mid-low risk. Okay, mid-low risk, and Asia also means asset, right? So you will see, in terms of return wise, unlikely, you see the difference is so big. So that's why I always emphasize on the importance of dollar cost averaging and asset allocation, because by leverage up our investment towards the different locations and different risks, so you indirectly you will lower down investors' takut about market sentiments, and at the same time you also peace of mind. That's why all this one I always highly recommend investor to is S&P Mixed Asset Conservative. This one performance is really very good. Why? Because now I like to put quite a lot of percentage into this one. Because if not mistaken, the equity percentage over asset conservative, I think it's 17% among the lowest into equity. Correct? I think around 17, or I think it's less than 20%. So your risk indirectly also lower down a lot. Okay? So you all got any question? Over here. Okay, so if let's say no, so we will solve all the allocation over here first before we go to Q&A. Okay? When should we do the asset allocation? Okay? So maybe I ask some of the senior first. Selinja, when you will do the asset allocation with your investor?
There's 3 parts. First part, start at beginning have to do already. Have to start for asset allocation for amount.
Okay.
Come to it depends on how you meet your clients. If your clients, because it's you deal with your clients. When it comes to the certain period, if you agree with there's agreement in between, the mutual agreement, maybe after 60 months, I will come again to review again. It could be the asset allocation might be different at that time. So time to time is different because our business is a human business. So market you cannot tell, you cannot aim. You just can reallocation and allocation. Like that. So at the first place, it's better to be safe into this platform for the placement in investment. You start with asset allocation, maybe ABC, then later ABCD, then later ABCDE. You cannot direct first time in ABCDEFG. Wow, for sure they will blur.
At least maximum for you
3 funds maximum for the beginner. If the amount is eligible lah. Kalau 1,000 macam mana boleh? Basically for my client, I like them to do 60 months.
60 months.
60 months.
60 months berapa tahun?
This is a technique. Instead of 60 months means 5 years. I tell you 5 years, you sure got shocked, then you don't want to invest anymore. I cut down the risk of the words. 60 months, is that alright? Fafa, 60 months or 5 years, mana you pilih? Okay. See, you ask your client themselves. For sure they will give you the answer. So that is the trust and that is the no blame between.
Good.
Thank you, Celine.
So-
pula.
So then,
Any other question? Any other
that
answer beside
answer,
me? I
yes.
cannot know.
then
Sometimes people different.
do you do any asset allocations or anything with your investor so far?
Like just now, Celine said, I will see the amount first. If the amount is big, then I will do at the beginning. It's too small the amount,
Yeah lah, no
it's
need
no
lah.
meaning for you to do the allocation, right? Yeah. So maybe I will target to put in that time I will put in equity, let the money gain first. Then after that only I will do the allocation. Okay.
So for my coming back over here, so when I will start do the allocation is in the initial stage. For me, it's an initial stage. So I call it as an educational stage because in the first stage, as what I just now emphasized, we need to be set a goal and purpose with our investor first because in the initial stage you don't set the goal or the purpose, so they are coming in as a support, kawan lah, support lah, correct, but they won't go far, and because they don't know why I want to invest is because of support, won't go long lah. So once they invest is because they know their goal. Example as what just now I emphasized is on retirement. Example is for retirement. So they will know from time to time their portfolio is it par with their goal or not. If let's say no par, so absolutely we need to do some asset allocation or do some adjustment or monitoring lah. So to make sure they are par. So quote example like just now I said like China's, okay. So I feel like it is far behind, okay, due to the start I told you, due to the debts and due to the Donald Trump become the president, so they will increase the tariff towards the China. So China plus or minus it will be enter into another economic cycle again. So I don't mean China got case. It need to go through one round of cycle, after that it's coming back. But the thing is, how many investors have the so-called time to wait? So if let's say they can wait, so what happened to us? Correct. So that's why that time I need to do some allocation. But this kind of allocation won't do so frequently lah. Okay. So I think these two basically, I think I already answered. So when is the best time to do the portfolio rebalance? Okay.
Someone to ask.
When is the best time? Basically, when best time to portfolio basically is around the same, but I can add on over here is one of the things normally I like to do the portfolio rebalance is when they start earn money. Okay, because why? I don't want to put all the risk into equity. Like recently, I think US already up 2 years ada. Your tahu no? Since 2023 until now, it's keep on shooting up, right? So they easily already earn more than 30%. Okay, some of them 40, 70%. I think juga ada. So I will because next year we need to understand about. Donald Trump become the president, so they will have more uncertainty. Example like tariff, okay, they will increase tariff. Why? Because this tariff is not only on China itself, so it also have the tariff recently, which already announced one is on Mexico and Canada. How many percent? 25%. So let's say now I join it. I'm from Canada. I join it to US. Okay, I export to Canada. Initially ini satu ringgit saja. I use $1. Now suddenly I masuk. Papa is the importer lah. Okay, Zen is the exporter lah. Initially you beli dengan Zen satu $1 only what? Now become 1.25. So, you 1.25, you tak mungkin you jual bagi Kak Su ya, 1.25 kan? 1.3 or 1.4, right? So, indirectly Kak Su need to bear how many percent of inflation? Correct. So, this is, I call it as one type of uncertainty lah. Okay. So, second, it's not only these two countries, and they will impose easily another 10% towards the Europe, okay, or other country as well lah. So indirectly the tariff is there. And second, I think last week they said they will Trump said you don't try to challenge my US dollar currency. If no, I will impose 100% towards all the BRICS country. I think it's include Malaysia as well lah. Okay. So if let's say you like that increase so what do you think about stock markets? So this is I call it as an uncertainty, which I feel I don't want to take the risk. So that's why next year after Trump take over, I will remove some percentage towards the mixed asset or bond or towards the e-earners. Okay, because I feel when the uncertainty is there, there is some place which we can park and we can be locked as a place which is reserved or I call it more conservative. Okay, so this is the way normally I will be doing for my investor. Okay.
And again, let's say kita nak lock profit saja kan, switch all the, I mean, what kind of percentage that you said you need to lock to rebalance the portfolio?
Okay, rebalance, right? So okay, good question. So actually it's come back to here. So if let's say you are consider your investor, I consider let's say your investor is a very conservative investor, and your investor feel like, Kak Su, I dah untung banyak kan? So maybe you feel like, okay, now I want to increase this one 60% into mixed asset, maybe mixed asset as some conservative because maybe you feel like we as a consultant, our pocket money pun tak mungkin kurang sampai tak ada kan? So one of the most conservative one you can consider the mixed asset lah category. You can chip in as some mixed asset conservative inside this category. Why? Because first, under CV, we still entitled. Second, the equity percentage basically is 18% if not mistaken into equity. Okay, but I don't encourage 100% under fixed income. Is under mixed asset, as a mixed asset lah. At least you can have some enhanced bond or some bond, okay, to play around for this category. So the stock is depends on what fund. Maybe because after you see, you feel like Malaysia maybe is a good place to be parked. You don't forget Malaysia actually is still below market 9,009 to now is 1,006, right? Easily drop already and 15%, right? Still below market 15%. So you can consider in locals like PSAF. I think PSAF is not bad. Okay, this is one of the fund you can consider. And second things actually quite a lot of PIX one PIXAF. Do you notice that actually this fund since last year until this year mixed asset fund. Actually this fund punya grow easily already 2 or 3 times, you know. So I look quite good on this fund also lah. So you will park over there to lower down your risk. And one thing is commodity loh. So maybe for commodity side, Kapsu, I think maybe you can just risk to rock lah. I believe gold basically is halal things, right? It depends on how the fund managers go to come up with one Islamic emas only. So I believe actually our Malay fund manager, honestly, quite a lot of funds, the performance is very good. Like PIF, GEF, the performance is very good. PIATAF also very good. And PIS, PSAF also very good. So you can just raise up to Rottler. Okay? So am I answering your question?
Yes.
Still got any question?
So far clear.
No. Okay. So if no, come I share one more last thing with you all. I show you go. Okay, yeah. Come I put months on. Maybe I just try to put months. You can see over here when the time here is going up when it up you tengok kat sini 2005 it up it is not up macam 1 tahun atau apa one, you know. When it up it can be 05, right? Over here is 400 maybe come to here 700 sudah banyak percentage, right? So by default it should be stop already but you see it up until 2011. Okay, so after it up, so it will rise macam ini many years one. So over here juga sama. From here you see over here during that time I think it's just over here 40 something or 30 something only. Okay, so it take how many years? Come you see over here again. Okay, I just want to show you all when it rise it really take very long time here. Kita tengok sini sini memang naik punya masa okay. Sini highest point, right? Okay, 179 you know is 1978. Dia naik sampai tinggi punya masa I think is 1980, right? Or 1981 macam tu lah. So how many times? It's times, you know, bukan cakap percentage So it's not minimum now. Why? What I want to show you over here, if let's say we are going to check during actually in 1960 something until 1980 something actually this period of time actually is under the high inflation masa, market uncertainty. What's so called market uncertainty? The Middle East during that time, Persian War or Gulf War, lagi a few wars is happening. Vietnam War also. So that's why during that time, market uncertain and the gold is shooting one time. I shall show you one time. Okay. Second time, you see after stable you can when market back to normal the gold tak jalan dia stagnant until 2005 onwards. 2005 apa berlaku 2001 I remember 2001 is the 911 the
2011 kan?
2001 9/11 right? So after that is Iraq War. Is it Iraq War? Iraq War and there start some uncertainty already. I already forget a few. So after that, shooting up again. Okay. So now, why the gold? You boleh nampak. So you can see over here. Okay. I think 26, 207 Okay. So from 700 700 something 600 something Keep on 207 until over here 2011. Why 2011? Because of subprime mortgage. Betul So market no confidence on stock market. So that's why they all move to back. Go again. So why we don't want to take this opportunity of this round? Now you see when market back to normal, do you see the gold ada jalan? Gold no more jalan. Betul tak? So you see this is the highest point. So after end of last year, do you notice actually go another round of spike up? Why? Because first over here 2022 2023 2-2, right? The Russia, Ukraine. Russia, Ukraine over here. So after that, drop again and rest over here. After that, the Hamas, Israel, lagi gaduh. And recently, Syria, lagi kena. So that's why a lot of people is quite takut on the uncertainty law, plus the inflation. So who knows the Donald Trump's how the policy is working. So nobody knows what's happening. So instead of all the money is still placing into stock markets, so do you think people dare to put all their hopes into stock markets? Not really, right? That's why I look good on our e-mask. So come, last I will show you, since you understand about this, let us have a look on the e-mask, okay? So at least we got some ideas how it look. I show you for the last one is fund analysis. Analysis. Okay. I show you about the last one about earmarks. Yes. So that's why since now got the opportunity, and then you all do the asset allocations to protect against your investment portfolio. So when market uncertainty happen, so do you have a peace of mind? You do not need to worry like normal consultant. They takut panic one. So do you enter that kind of scenario? Yeah, it's cash. We can do anything, but at least our portfolios in cash part can protect some in the EPF. So at least okay. Second thing, EPF, right? Since you're talking about EPF, why not we park our S1 conservative, which is also EPF category, EPF one, right? Approved fund.
For cash saja.
Yes, for cash only. But at least I show you all because since I talk about commodities, I talk about equities, I talk about the bond. So the only things I can show you is for commodity is gold only. So you can see, yes, since launching, you can see over here, since launching until now, crazy dah berapa ratus about
51.61.
51%
Dia
itu.
launch 2021 ya?
2021 until 2024. So now already seen it kan? So that's why you can see the percentage is very high, and at the same time, why it can be keep on moving up is much more higher compared to just now you see our gold, US gold price. Our performance is much more better. The reason behind is because of US currency goes stronger, ringgit Malaysia weaken. So that's why we earn lagi banyak for earmarks. So just now I answer question you all. What do you think about ringgit for the next 1 or 2 years? And he said about weaken, right? So if let's say ringgit weaken, I can tell you emas lagi jam. Okay, so that's why you can take this opportunity to grab it up, because just now you see when uncertainty come, all the investor is the same. They will go to the investment heaven, which is gold. They like gold a lot. Okay, so even though okay, I check for you. You see for the 1 year, Nah, you see for the 1 year for the last 1 year already up 25%. Okay, so it's very good. If let's say you compare to Malaysia, a lot of equity also tak mungkin dapat buat ini. Even though for last year actually US market also not that good, right? Also tak mungkin actually. So gold is one of the place can be do hedging when the market is uncertain. Okay. So Kak Su, any question you want to ask?
So far clear. Very thank you so much.
So then, anything you want to know?
I want to know in the next 2 years what is the
Your
Next 2
prediction.
years Okay,
Your
come.
prediction.
which one is
Come.
better investment?
I show you one more thing you don't faint
Huh?
macam cakap
Good
salah
news or bad
lagi
news?
macam cakap salah things.
Don't fail.
Faith,
Come.
cry, happy cry.
Okay. So maybe macam ini cakap lah. You macam sini you nampak nothing, right? Nothing Sama, you see nothing, okay Sama, now I try to zoom in You heart sudah ready Heart sudah ready Because our Chinese got one is we all Chinese like to do evaluations in every 60 years.
60.
60 years.
60 years.
Yes. 60 years.
Why 60?
They got feng shui on 60 years.
Yes.
New cycle.
Yes.
Cycle like
A
that.
cycle like that lah. I let you see 60 years ago ada satu very big news. Okay. And yeah. I just show you this is the last thing lah. Let's say I continue talk takut nanti tak payah tidur Okay, come. This happened over here. Come, I show you. Which is happened in 60 years ago. Which is I know you tak lahir lagi. After over here is
Tadi aku
around.
bakal lagi lah.
Nah, over here
Kita
It's
kena
around.
remember.
is around during that point. Over here is 1,000 highest point is 1,000 Is that time near all-time high. Okay, 1966 January is all-time high. So after that, 30% hilang. So after that, we keep on going.
Up.
Mana ada?
Oh, tak ada lah. Oh, tu sampai.
Dia tak down. Dia tak not really down. But the thing is sideways.
Sideways.
You tengok dia sideways berapa lama? Lama.
66 sampai.
And actually everything is repeat, because over here, Middle East, actually during that time the Middle East, they all just notice about the oil, and they want to take over the power from the Western. So they try to go for the supply and demand things. They want to control. They reduce the petrol. So that's why the market is moving down, and at the same time got some war is happening like Vietnam War this and that so cause the uncertainty. Okay, so this one 60 years later is 2026. Okay, it's 2 more years lagi sudah mau sampai.
So means that this time is the more higher time
Okay,
after
that,
Sideways lah. Sampai
after that 2026 onward maybe you will go sideways lah. Okay, so
So 2 more years ni kena grab lah.
yeah, you can grab how much? You just grab lah.
Tapi already high
Okay,
kan.
so after that
Is
you
it
all
how dia akan keep high lagi?
I believe the trade war. What I see lah. Next year is impossible terus pecah for the trade war. Next year is the year which the trade war become more and more tense. Bukan nanti explore lah. I feel like explore is 2026 because next year end of January Donald Trump will take over the office. So you mau gaduh pun tak mungkin next second sudah explore, right? It takes some time. So I foresee 2026.
So it means that we try to save muscle, goal like that because to say sorry this is
No
my
lah,
one
this is
example
just a
here.
speculation only lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I say to